Hey, it's MK, and I am here with another Kit Conspiracy layout for you guys today. I am still working on my Farmhouse summer collection. I've pulled out 2 stencils. Actually, I think I have 3 stencils that I will be using for this layout. I've got one of my favorite stencils, and then another stencil from Pam, and then I'll be pulling out a close to my heart stencil that I got a few years back. I also have 2 photos of this cute little succulent, and then that frame that I tried to use on yesterday's layout. I also have this Grove Alpha set from Thickers, another scrap piece of white cardstock that I will be using. Now, I can't remember if I brought a bunch of scraps with me or if these are scraps that I have been collecting throughout me using this collection. I have a scrap of paper that is left over from a layout you haven't seen yet. And then this beautiful yellow mustardy colored paper with the floral clusters on the back. So super excited to use this piece. I wasn't sure how I was going to use this at first, but then all of a sudden it came to me. But I love using one sheet of paper and then being able to use both sides of it, and I use that a lot with this collection. So yeah, it was just quite interesting how that turned out, where I just picked out one piece of paper and ended up using all of those. So I don't end up using this blue plaid paper. Instead, I just end up using this one sheet of floral cluster with the yellow, just because it ended up being too much and I wanted to use a lot of stenciling for this layout. So I don't end up using that blue at all, even though it would have been a great contrast in bringing in that softness. So I do end up still, playing around with it, but yeah, it does not end up playing nice. Okay, so I am going to mat my photos because these were in my 4x6 days where I did not put a border on anything. And of course, I thought I was doing 3x4, so I accidentally cut the wrong size, but that's okay. I do end up having to mat most of these photos because I really dug into my stash of photos for this particular collection. And it's not because it was a hard collection to use, because it definitely was not. I actually enjoyed the colors in this collection a lot, but the theme of the collection is what hung me up. And so I had to dig really deep into a couple of photos in order for me to justify this collection. And justify might be the wrong word as well, but I was hung up on all the words that were in this collection instead of just looking at the colors and playing with the colors. And once I did that, it was actually pretty easy for me to use this collection, because again, when I love a color in a collection, I dive right into it, because it's just a beautiful color. Okay, so I had to take all my pieces off camera and ink them all up. Or not ink them, I apologize. Distress them, because this is one of those things that I'm still using this messy mat that I took to a crop. Not my favorite messy mat ever. If I can take my glass mat, I will. But this one was, like I said yesterday, it was a fairly cramped, not cramped. Cramped is a negative word. It wasn't cramped. It was a minimal space crop. And so I felt like this would be the best messy mat. But as you can see, it's slick on the other side, and it does like to move. And so my mat has moved, which means my registration marks have moved. So if I'm off camera a little bit, that's because the registration marks that I put for myself to know where the camera's edges are have now shifted. And so, yes, it's one of those things. It's a learning curve, definitely. So here, I told you guys I was going to do a lot of stenciling, but I completely forgot. And I started laying everything down and gluing everything down because I was just so excited to see how this layout was going to look once I had everything glued down. So now that I know that I needed to bring out my stenciling, I went ahead and I pencil lined everything out. And yeah, I'm not even worried that there's glue on my paper because I'm not going to stencil in those parts. So here's the close to my heart stencil that I had not brought out, which is weird because I knew I was going to use it, but I hadn't brought it out to share with you guys when I was sharing all the product that I was going to use for this. Now, this stencil here, I'm not really sure where it came from. I just know that it was part of the stencils that I purchased from Pam. So yes, super excited to have this stencil and being using this stencil. And it went really well with that close to my heart stencil. So, and how many times can I say the word stencil in a video? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of leaves in this little ripped corner. I just wanted a little bit of something. I always forget. I love seeing the layouts. I know I've started 3 different sentences and still haven't said what I'm thinking in my brain. But the layouts that have the rippings behind it and then the cool little pattern papers behind them, I always forget to do that. And so I remembered in this particular layout. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to have, my stenciling look like it's falling out from this little area here. And so, yes, I think that it's going to look super cute and super excited. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm struggling here because for some reason, and I figured out why later, but I've got all these little things, all these little fuzz balls coming out and just ruining my page. Well, not really ruining because the stencil is going to end up covering it up, but I had little fuzz balls from something and they were stuck on my ink pad. Now they're stuck inside my blending brush and now they're getting caught in my stencil, and it was frustrating. So I had to take a pause and clean everything out. I had to clean my stencil. I had to clean my brush. I had to clean my foam pad. And what it ended up being, because she gave me permission to, back up the bus over her. But my table mate sitting across from me needed my brown pad. Or was borrowing my brown pad, and her foam was disintegrating as she was using it, and it was sticking into the ink pad. And so that is what it was. But like I said, you won't even be able to see after I'm done all the little fuzzies that were left and ink blots and whatnot that were left because of the way that I ended up decorating my page. So you won't see it. It wasn't a big deal, but she felt super bad. She was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I would have never known that it was staying in the ink pad because of the type of foam applicator that she was using. Not a big deal. It was just frustrating because I couldn't figure out what was going on. Is my ink pad going bad? It was weird to me because I had no clue, none whatsoever. All right, but now that was discovered and found, she's like, yep, you can throw me under the bus. It's okay. So there's my little ink pad story and what was going on with my table mate. It was super cool because we had a collectively shared, and it wasn't a bin, but it was a space between us because there were things that I forgot that she had and things that she forgot that I had. And so we kind of had a space between us of shared tools, and it was perfect. It worked out beautifully because, I had what she needed and she had what I needed. And it was just a beautiful relationship that we had going on. All right. So now that I've got everything, I'm going to put even my photos stuck. Did you see that? Even my photos are sticking to this mat. It's ridiculous. This mat is great. In its own way, it's great. But I'm going to go ahead and put everything back together now that I have all of my stencil work. And the stencil work, in my opinion, really does make this layout come together. So why am I documenting this succulent plant? So this succulent, my daughter received for her prom back in 2018. It was I have no idea. It was like their little gifty that they were giving to everybody. And it started out in this teeny tiny itty bitty little cup. and it was probably the cup was probably only 3 inches. It grew out of its cup within a couple days. Then I put it in another pot that I just happened to have. I don't even remember what that pot looks like, but I think I sent her a picture of it. And then this was its final pot. And for 7 years, it grew in this pot. And I say 7 years because, again, that's another story. I'm terrible with houseplants. I do not like them. I love fresh cut flowers, and when my husband brings me flowers, because they only last so long, and then I can clean up the vase and get rid of them and they're gone. And they're beautiful for about 2-3 weeks, depending on the flower that he purchases. These guys, these types of plants, they need tender, loving care all the time. All the time. Every day. Well, not succulents. Succulents is about once a week. But all the time. It's frustrating to me because I don't want to plant like that. I love my flowers because I water them, once a week. And then I get to throw them away when they die. It's great. But not these guys. No. Potted plants require attention. They require love, and then they leak, and then they they shed their little leaves everywhere. They're things. It's another animal that I have to pick up and clean up because it is a living being, right? I don't like that. I don't want to do that. So after I did its third transplant, because it was growing like a weed, and the bottom right picture is when I first transplanted it into this new pot, and then a couple days later it was its new growth, right? And it was turning super green. It was pink, now it's turning super green, and it went bananas like a vine. I had roots coming up and out and going all sorts of different directions. It was crazy town. This thing was all over the place and filled the whole pot. I decided, you know what? I'm not going to give it a bigger pot because then it's just going to take over my house. Like, I didn't understand. I was trying to find ways that I could plant it in my gear garden outside because that's where the shedding is okay. It can shed all it's wet, and then the wind picks it up and sweeps it elsewhere, and I love it. It can stay outside, but not inside. Inside, it was making a mess. Well, then, do you see the little green spot up at the top in the left photo? Well, one of my sons actually broke it off. And had I known that he just took it off and put it back in the pot, it rerooted and came back. It's like the plant that never dies. It really did. And it went bananas after that. So now I have 2. And then the leaves fell off of it and they just stuck them back in. And then they rerooted. Oh my stars, succulents are nightmares for people that don't like potted plants. So then it became my eldest son's, my Gable. It became his responsibility to grow this thing, and he watered it, once a week, and he took care of it and was doing all the things. But after he left, I forgot about it. So after 7 years, I finally it died because I forgot about it, didn't take care of it, and I finally had, to clean out the pot and dispose of it because it was just gone. And yeah, I'm not a plant person. Outside, yes. Inside, no. It's like taking care of an animal that sheds and you have to sweep up and pick up and clean up and water and feed it and all the things. I just couldn't do it. All right, so that's why I had to document this, because after 7 years and my eldest son no longer here to take care of it, it ended up dying because it never got any water, even though it doesn't need a whole lot of water. So yes, I had to document it, and it will be, the story will be wrote down probably on the back side, and then inside the little journal spot will be, a brief description of why I had to document about this particular plant. All right, you guys. So that is my layout for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I truly appreciate it. And listening to my uber long story of a potted plant. And thank you. Don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel. She is Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube. She is also playing along. I don't know if she's playing along today because our designated days are Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So this is a bonus layout for you guys today, and I don't know if Janet has one or not, but go check out her channel to see if she does. I will check you guys all tomorrow. See ya.